What if I told you the universe is constantly speaking to you? Not through words, but through signs, patterns, and synchronicities, little whispers guiding you toward your best life. But most people miss these signals, and as a result, they stay stuck. Today, I'll show you 7 hidden signs the universe is trying to get your attention, so you can finally start listening. Let's dive in. Life isn't random. The universe operates on patterns, cause and effect, and deep philosophical truths that have been studied for centuries. Thinkers like Plato, Marcus Aurelius, and Carl Jung all believed that if you pay attention, life gives you clues, small nudges to guide you toward wisdom and purpose. Some call it intuition. Others call it synchronicity. But no matter what you call it, one thing is clear. If you ignore the signs, you risk staying lost. So, let's uncover these hidden signals together. Have you ever had those moments where the same number, word, or symbol seems to follow you everywhere? You check the clock, and it's always 11:11. You think about an old friend, and suddenly, they message you out of nowhere. You keep hearing the same phrase in conversations, books, and even random YouTube videos. At first, it might seem like a coincidence. But what if it's something more? Swiss psychologist Carl Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. Unlike ordinary chance, synchronicity feels like a whisper from the universe, nudging you toward something important. It's as if life is asking, "Are you paying attention?" Philosophers and spiritual teachers throughout history have suggested that reality isn't just a series of disconnected events. Instead, it's an intricate web of cause and effect, deeply intertwined with our thoughts, emotions, and subconscious patterns. When a message keeps appearing in different forms, it might not be the universe playing tricks on you. It might be a sign that there's something you need to notice, an idea, a lesson, or a realization that could change the course of your life. So, the next time you notice a pattern repeating itself, don't dismiss it as random. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what is life trying to tell me? Think about the hardest moments of your life. The heartbreaks, the failures, the setbacks that felt like the universe was working against you. Now, imagine for a moment that these weren't punishments, but preparations, challenges designed not to break you, but to build you into something greater. The ancient Stoics believed that obstacles aren't roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and philosopher, once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing that seems to be stopping you may actually be the thing that propels you forward, if you have the right perspective. Consider this. When a blacksmith forges a sword, they don't protect the metal from fire. They expose it to extreme heat and relentless hammering because that's what makes it stronger, sharper, and unbreakable. The same is true for you. The struggles you face today are refining you for the person you are meant to become. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What is this trying to teach me?" Because if you listen closely, every hardship carries a lesson that could change your life. Have you ever met someone completely by chance, and later realized that meeting changed the course of your life? Maybe it was a mentor, a friend, or even a stranger who said something at just the right moment, something you didn't even know you needed to hear. Most people would call this a coincidence. But is it? The ancient Greeks had a concept called kairos, which means the right moment, a window of time when things align perfectly for transformation. Unlike chronos, which measures time in hours and minutes, kairos is about timing, that mysterious force that seems to bring the right people into our lives when we least expect it. Think about a moment when someone appeared just as you were struggling with a tough decision or searching for answers. It's as if life places these people on our path not randomly, but intentionally, to teach, to guide, or to challenge us in ways that push us forward. These encounters can feel small at the time, but looking back, they often turn out to be pivotal. So, ask yourself, who has unexpectedly entered your life and shifted your direction? Was it truly random, or was the universe giving you a sign? Pay attention, because sometimes the people who show up unexpectedly are the ones meant to change everything. Have you ever felt an unshakable pull toward something? A quiet, persistent voice telling you that you're meant for more? This isn't just a passing thought or a random desire. It's something deeper. Philosophers and spiritual teachers throughout history have believed that this feeling is the universe nudging you toward your true path. The Japanese call it ikigai, the reason you wake up in the morning. It's the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what gives you a sense of fulfillment. It's not always obvious at first, but if you pay attention, life drops clues. Maybe you've always felt drawn to a certain field, a creative pursuit, or a cause that stirs something deep inside you. That feeling isn't random. It's your soul remembering why it's here. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Sometimes, the resistance we face on our journey is a sign that we're on the right path. The universe tests those who are meant for something greater, not to hold them back, but to prepare them. So, if you find yourself longing for something bigger, whether it's a new direction, a dream that won't fade, or a calling that keeps returning, listen. Don't ignore it or push it aside out of fear. That desire is not an accident. Passion is the universe guiding you toward purpose. Have you ever had a moment where the right opportunity showed up exactly when you needed it most? Maybe you met someone who introduced you to the perfect job, or you stumbled upon a book that completely shifted your perspective. It almost feels like fate, like the universe is placing something in your path on purpose. But is it really fate, or is there something deeper at play? Seneca, the Roman philosopher, once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Think about that for a second. What if the opportunities you've been calling lucky were actually the result of all the unseen work you've already put in? What if the universe isn't randomly handing you chances, but rather responding to your readiness? Many ancient philosophies suggest that life operates on a rhythm, and when you align with that rhythm, when you are prepared and open, doors seem to open effortlessly. Some call it synchronicity, others call it destiny, but whatever you name it, the key is to recognize it when it happens. Because here's the truth, opportunity doesn't always knock twice. Sometimes, the best opportunities are the ones that excite you and scare you at the same time. They push you outside your comfort zone. They challenge you to grow. If something keeps pulling at you, whether it's a career move, a creative passion, or even a person, it's worth paying attention to. That pull is often the universe nudging you toward something greater. So the next time an unexpected door opens, don't hesitate. Say yes. Because sometimes, the universe is simply waiting for you to take that first step. Sometimes, the universe doesn't communicate through obvious signs. It speaks through something far more subtle, your intuition. That quiet inner voice, that deep feeling in your gut, the unshakable sense that something is either meant for you or meant to be avoided. This isn't just instinct. It's wisdom in its rawest form. Philosophers like Descartes and Kant argued that true understanding isn't just about cold, calculated logic. Yes, reason is powerful, but it doesn't always have all the answers. Some truths can't be measured, only felt. Have you ever made a decision that looked perfect on paper, yet something inside you screamed, "No, this isn't right"? And have you ever followed a path that made no logical sense, yet it led you exactly where you needed to be? That's intuition at work. The world often tells us to doubt our feelings, to demand proof, to overanalyze everything. But sometimes, logic alone will lead you in circles, while your gut instinct points straight to the truth. The key is balance. Listen to both your mind and your heart, because while the mind calculates, the heart knows. Have you ever had those rare moments where everything just clicks? Where life feels effortless, and you experience a deep sense of peace, as if you're exactly where you're meant to be? That's not just a random feeling. That's a sign of alignment, a state where your thoughts, actions, and purpose are in harmony with something greater than yourself. Ancient Stoics believed that true happiness isn't found in chasing external success, but in living in agreement with nature, accepting life as it comes and fully embracing the present moment. Similarly, in Buddhism, enlightenment isn't about achieving something new, but about recognizing the peace that was already within you. When you feel deep gratitude for where you are, even if everything isn't perfect, that's a clear signal that you are aligned with your path. So, the next time you experience that overwhelming sense of peace or appreciation, don't ignore it. It means you're living in tune with life's natural flow. And when you trust that flow, the universe has a way of leading you exactly where you need to be. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a moment that felt like the universe was speaking to you? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're finding value in this video, hit like and subscribe for more life-changing insights. The universe is always speaking, but most people aren't listening. Signs appear when you're ready to see them. So stay open, stay curious, and trust that life is guiding you exactly where you need to be. If this video inspired you, make sure to subscribe, because your journey to wisdom is just beginning. Until next time, stay mindful, stay motivated, and keep listening.